So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand 5th house Lord Dasha in Vedic Astrology and what are going to be the results which are particularly associated with this house Lord Dasha. And we are also going to be deeply diving into the significance of this 5th house Lord and why most of the things are going to be predestined when it comes to 5th house. We will also deeply dive into more detail with regards to the two important aspects of this Dasha, where the one person is going to be getting more inclination towards the Grihastha ashram, having a family and kids, and why the other person is going to be having more inclination towards the sannyas also, that is renunciation. I've already made one video over the combinations to become a Grihastha or the sannyasi, but we will discuss that part in more detail in context to this 5th house Lord. Apart from this, we will also try to understand why the 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st, so 1st to 5th house in Vedic Astrology, these are actually the fixed houses, okay? Most of the things in these houses are not in the control of a person, because 5th house is your kids that are not in your hand. You might be thinking, yes, they are in our hand, but it's not actually in your own hand, because this is the house which is governed by Surya, planet Sun. So Sun is your father and you have no capacity to decide who will become my father. Similarly, 4th house is the house of your mother. So you have no capacity to change your mother. 3rd house is the house of your siblings. You have no capacity to change it. 2nd house, your own family, your own lineage also. Similarly, the 1st house also. So basically, when it comes to the 1st to the 5th house Lord's Dasha, most of the things are interchangeable. Like you have no capacity to create much alterations in these houses. 6th house onward, yes, when the Prarabdha is there, 6th, 7th, 8th, all the way up to 12 houses. You have the capacity and there are many free will present in these houses. But let me tell you one very important guiding principle and the thumb rule in order for you to make predictions. If you are looking up someone's chart and if that person is going through 5th house Lord, or maybe in the past you have seen the 5th house Lord, or maybe after 5-10 years at some point in your life you will encounter this Lord Dasha. So the very first fundamental and the basic thumb rule which you need to remember, whenever the person is going through the 5th house Lord Dasha, it's going to be unpredictable Dasha. Yes, I repeat once again, it's unpredictability. The reason why I'm using this word of unpredictability here, because this is the past life deeds of the person, okay? Purv Sanchit karmas are seen through your 5th house. So whatever the deeds which you have performed in your previous life, it's actually going to be seen through this 5th house. So it's basically a cumulation of the previous karmas which you are bringing forward in this present life. So what is going to be happening when you are actually entering into this 5th house Lord, irrespective of its condition, whether your 5th house Lord is very strongly posited in the chart, it's weakly posited, it's debilitated, exalted, you are actually going to be receiving the results which are destined in your own life, okay? So you can call it as the Dasha of the destiny also. It's a destined Dasha. Most of the events in the 5th house are not in your own hand to gain control over that areas actually. So this is the very first fundamental principle which you need to be keeping in your mind at the time of making the predictability of the 5th house Lord, and that is you have no capacity to predict up to 100%, specifically when the person is going through the 5th house Lord. Second important thing, this is the trine house actually, 1st, 5th and 9th. So these are the trine houses in Vedic Astrology, and quadrant are 1, 4, 7 and 10. So first of all, this is the first trine house, although there is 1st house that is trine, but this is the only 1st trine. It's not coming under the quadrant, whereas the 1st house Lord Dasha is coming under trine and quadrant also, which help you to discover your life purpose. So when you enter into this 5th house, that it's the first trine Dasha of your own life, you will be able to understand what are the actual support systems that are going to be present in my life. Like you will eventually realize the individuals that are really going to be with me, or the individuals that are going to leave me. Basically, in the spring season, have you seen the trees are going to shed their old leaves? So the trees are shedding their old leaves, so the new leaves will come. Same phenomena you will encounter in this 5th house. Suppose right now you are going through the 10th house Lord Dasha, and very soon you are approaching the 5th house. Maybe your 5th house is ruled by Jupiter, so you enter into 16 years of Jupiter. So as soon as you are approaching this Dasha, what will happen? You will feel or you will see the individuals that are with you from past many years. They are going to leave you suddenly. It may be your family members, your friend circle, your co-workers, your companions also. Everything is going to be slowly getting apart. This is the same phenomena which I told you, the shedding of the old leaves from the tree. Now, why that shedding part is happening? So that the new leaves will come. And the phenomena of that new leaves are coming is seen through this 5th house. That is the main reason why 5th house is the house of creation, creativity. Anything which you create is seen through 5th house. So your own creation is coming through this 5th house. Whether you are creating a YouTube video, like I'm right now creating it, whether you are creating a child. Childbirth is also seen through 5th house, okay? So child is your own creation. So this is the bhav of Brahma actually. If you observe in the Indian literature, Vedic literature, you see the Lord Vishnu is sleeping on a Sheshnag, okay? And if you see from the navel of the Lord Vishnu, so there is one navel is coming out, and from that placenta you see Lord Brahma is sitting up there. So Brahma is the creator. This is 5th house, okay? I don't know what you call it, but this is from where the placenta is coming out. Navel, yes. This is the placenta. This is your 5th house actually. So this Brahma is the creation and the creator. And that is the reason, if for example, right now you are in any other Lord Dashas and you enter into this Lord Dasha. When I'm saying that old leaves are like getting away, it means old experiences are getting removed away. Suppose you are doing a job, so that job will suddenly go away. If you are with someone, that person will suddenly going to leave you. Because this Dasha will eventually help you to create your own world. It's like you are becoming a Brahma. So who is a Brahma? Brahma is a creator. So you are creating something that is seen through this 5th house. That is also the reason why children are seen through this 5th house. There are going to be highly likely possibility like individuals go through 5th house Lord in the different stages of the life. Maybe sometime you go through 1 to 20 years, you are suppose in the 5th house. Sometime you go through 20 to 40 and you enter into 5th house Lord Dasha. Maybe 40 to 60 or 60 to 70. So whenever you are encountering or going through this 5th house Lord Dasha, there is one fundamental principle which you need to be keeping in your mind. The creation is going to be happening. Creation of something, not necessarily children. Although children are also going to be a part of this Dasha. If you are in between the age of 20 to 40 and you are witnessing this 5th house Lord Dasha, 100% creation is going to be happening. Children is going to be coming. But it's not necessary it's only 5th house. Maybe you are going through 11th house, that can also give creation. But here the main fundamental principle behind creation is creating your own world. You are creating a totally new realm actually. So that creation is going to be seen through this 5th house. Now who had the power of creation? Brahma. So Brahma is the creator. So this is actually the Dasha which is connected with Lord Brahma. New things, new awakenings are going to be seen through this Dasha. The second side of this 5th house Lord is little bit mysterious actually. Now why I'm using the word mysterious? Because this is the Dasha where the person are also going to be gaining more inclination towards the spirituality, learning Vedic astrology, and specifically the mantra sadhanas. I have seen many people, they have understood the power of mantras when they are going through their 5th house Lord. Or maybe if this planet is coming in the Antardasha also, you will understand the power behind the mantras. So that sacred practices and the ritualistic practices, doing tap and jap, that is coming through 5th house. Tapasya, okay, tap and jap. Jap mean you are chanting the mantras over maybe Rudraksh Mala or Tulsi Mala. So Tap and Jap, Sadhana, basically Riddhi and Siddhi. Riddhi and Siddhi simply mean attainment of some supernatural things are going to be discovered only through this fifth house. You see, many new in this new age actually, many people are rushing towards Vedic astrology, towards becoming a Vedic astrologer. That is a good thing. But learning Vedic astrology is a different thing. Okay, it requires maybe multiple janmas to learn this subject because it's an ocean. It's a very vast ocean. But when it comes to making predictions, predictability. So the one thing which you use is the Dasha, which we are discussing right now. So Dasha or Vimshotri Dasha will help us in the predictions part. You know what is the second fundamental principle which will help you in the prediction? It's your own intuition, intuitiveness of a person. And that is your fifth house. It's that portion. That is the reason it's a buddhimata. It's not intelligence. Intelligence is different concept. Okay. Don't link intelligence with the fifth. It's a buddhimata. It's the supreme intelligence. Above all intelligence, that is the fifth house. So that will help you to make certain decisions based upon your own intuition. Maybe like, for example, you are having multiple choices in front of you and you want to make one single choice out of all the choices. Maybe you want to go on a vacation for multiple countries. You want to go to maybe London, Paris, USA, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. So you need to make one choice where you want to go. So how you are going to decide it? Some are going to be doing calculations where few people are relying over their intuition. So this is that instinct which is going to guide you in the best possible manner. So this is also the house which will eventually help you to make decisions based upon your own intuition. And that is the reason I told you in the predictability part, intuition is going to play a very important role. Because every house in Vedic astrology symbolizes many things. So why the astrologer is only picking that point and then making the predictions and these predictions are true? It's because of the intuition of that astrologer. So you see that intuition is also going to be coming. That is the reason it's a Riddhi and Siddhi. It's a Tapa also and it's a Japa also. Even the Mantra Sadhana and the Tantra Sadhana. These two houses, 5th house and 8th house. We will go to 8th house also, don't worry. But let me tell you in this part also, this 5th house and this 8th house. These two houses, Lord Dashas, are going to be moreover similar. 8th house is the house of transformations. 5th house is also the house of transformations. But 8th house transformations are going to be coming bit in the darker manner, whereas the 5th house Lord transformations are going to be coming upfront. Because this is the house of Surya. So Surya is the light phase. It's going to be shedding light and then the transformations is coming. 8th house is darkness. So the transformations which are coming through the 8th house, it's coming because of some darkness, because of some negative event that will take place in your own life, maybe death of someone or some negative event. The transformations in the 5th house is not necessarily coming because of some negative event. Positive events are also have the equal capacity to bring the equal amount of transformations into your own life. So any event, okay, event is seen through 5th house. Any positive event, maybe obtaining a childbirth, obtaining education, it's the house of education. Anything, okay, any event is going to be connected with this 5th house. Without 8th and 5th, major transformations will not happen into the person's life. If you are right now in the lowest and the down moments of your own life, and you are thinking about, oh my goodness, when my life is going to be giving me something totally unexpected, or is there a possibility in my life to receive something beyond my imagination, beyond my expectation, or is there any other combinations of the maybe spiritual growth, even from the materialistic point of view, or even the Gaddi. Gaddi means the sitting place, chair, throne of the king actually. So if you are thinking in this manner, wait for your 5th house actually. Because no matter right now you are in, irrespective of which house Lord Dasha, If you are fortunate enough, you will eventually go through this Lord Dasha. And if this Lord Dasha will come, then this have the capacity to give you everything. Status, power, money, you can ask, and this Dasha is going to present in front of you. This is naturally a Lakshmi Sthan. And I told you continuously in all my videos, Lakshmi is not the goddess of wealth. There are 8 forms of Lakshmi. So knowledge is also one form of Lakshmi. Wealth is also a form of Lakshmi. Children are the form of Lakshmi. Even that status, your authority, power, everything. So there are total 8 forms of Lakshmi which are originating from this house actually. It's like you are churning the ocean and you are bringing something out. That is the house of navel. I told you na, Brahma is coming out of that navel. It's creation. So creation is happening. Even this is also the house of destruction. Okay. Because I told you 5th and 8th, they operate on the similar manner. When I'm initially giving you the examples of the shedding of old leaves. So when the old leaves are shedding, it's going to creating a lot of painful movement inside most of the people. It's the pain of losing someone, pain of losing a loved one, pain of losing a job, maybe pain of losing a money. So that pain is also going to be a part here. But this is the house which give you something better after the pain also. Most of the questions are also going to remain unanswered if you are in the 5th house. Most of the questions. We human beings are designed in such a way, if some good thing happened in our life, we accept it as our fate. But if some bad thing happened, it's very difficult to accept that is our fate. So 5th house is teaching us the important lessons of acceptance. Like above all, if we accept the good and the bad side, then this 5th house Lord Dasha will go in a very easy manner. Otherwise, I told you it's the prarabdha of a native. Here, me as an astrologer also now have the capacity to give much wider predictions if the person is in the 5th house. I have seen 5th house Lord debilitated and they are receiving a respect, reputation like no other person. 5th house Lord exalted and they are receiving a lot of loss of reputation, criticism in their life. So it's the prarabdha of the native. If you don't believe in the past life deeds, you will start believing it if you go into the Vedic Astrology. Next important realm of this 5th house is actually connected with going into the Grihasthashram or becoming a sannyasi. Now, there are particular combinations with the 5th house that you can go and watch my video of becoming a Grihasth, a householder, married person, householder, or a sannyasi, the renunciation, okay. So there are particular combinations which are symbolized with this 5th house specifically. You can watch my video. So this is also the house which actually drive you. We are not talking about planets in the 5th house. Keep that point in your mind. 5th house Lord itself, maybe wherever it is going. So the main driving force or the theme, you can judge of the 5th house whether it's going in the zodiac sign of air element, fire element, or it is going in the water or even in the earth element. By just checking the element, you will be able to understand how my 5th house Lord Dasha is going to be operating or which direction I'm going to be going more through. I will give you simple thumb rules here. If your 5th house Lord is sitting in the fire zodiac sign, the sign of Aries, the sign of Leo and the sign of Sagittarius, it means your more inclination is going to be towards the entrepreneurship. I want to create something, do something, overly ambitions, I want to make something big. So it's going to be more achievement oriented Dasha. If your 5th house Lord is specifically going into the air element like the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, so your more inclination is actually going to be towards instability. This is highly instabilized period in front of you. Although this will help you in building the foundation, but the major factor is going to be instability. It's very difficult for you to even decide the place where I'm going to be staying for rest of my life. So this is going to be very chaotic thing. Okay, it's restlessness is going to be there, specifically in the air. If it is in the earth element, earth means the sign of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. So you are going to be more in the materialistic side. I want to make money. Okay, I want to make some materialistic things. And if the 5th house Lord is in the water like the sign of Pisces, the Cancer and the Scorpio, then this is that combinations of becoming a sannyasi. Because I will tell you, if your 5th house lord is in water, immediately you touch 5th house lord, this will make you a muni. Yes, a rishi muni. You will become a saint kind of a person. Because immediately something is going to be triggering inside you where you want to know the meaning of the life. Why I'm here. Why, what is the purpose, why I am created in this universe. So the person will running behind that reasons. I've seen many people giving up their social side of the life, their married life, and then they also go for that renunciation part. So that is in the water, specifically in particular nakshatras. Will not deeply go in that part as of now, but I hope you understand the 4 elements and how the 5th house lord Dasha is operating. If the 5th house lord is, for example, in forming connection with Rahu and Ketu axis, okay, this is also special case scenario. Like your 5th house lord may be sitting in the 7th house or maybe 9th house, and then this is forming connection with Rahu and Ketu. Then what is going to be happening? The drid karmas are going to be getting more intensified. And there are going to be certain foreign element which will also come into this part actually. By mean to say foreign element, look into the conjunction of the 5th house basically. If it is connected with the relationship marriage, so foreign partner is there. If it is connected with the money and wealth houses, it means you have the capacity to make money through foreign trading, foreign currency, interaction with foreigners and the foreign people. So if the Rahu and Ketu influence is there, first of all, the foreign element is going to be opening up in front of you. Or maybe you will certainly find inclination towards the foreign studies. If you are a Westerner, you might going to gain more inclination towards India. If you are India, you might going to gain more inclination towards the Western studies. So that Rahu and Ketu have the capacity. Second, this will create a boost actually. Okay, boost, you understand? So this will help you to gain a lot of momentum in your own life. So you can call Rahu and Ketu as a momentum giving thing. This will give you a lot of momentum. And it's not necessary Ketu will behave in the spiritual manner if it is conjunct with the 5th house lord. It's not necessary. You see how the results will change over the Purv Sanchit karmas of the native. I have seen people 5th house lord with Rahu, totally saint, sadhu, and 5th house lord conjunct Ketu, total materialistic thing. So although Ketu is the planet of spirituality, but how 5th house lord combining Ketu is taking you in the materialism, it's because of the some past life deeds which you have formed, and then this is going to be taking inclination into that areas. Even the combustion part of the 5th house is not going to be creating much impact up there. If it is retrograde, that is also special case scenario. 5th house lord is retrograde, then I will tell you will stuck into the loop of revolving around some same karma again and again. If it is maybe retrograde and you are in the Jupiter period 16 years, Saturn period 19 years, maybe Mars 7 years, you will go into loop actually. Then the continuous movement of the same loop or the cycle is going to be there where you will revolving around same kind of circumstances. So in this way you can actually do the Dasha interpretation of the 5th house. And I hope you have gained some pretty good insights here, like how my 5th house journey is going to be there. You can mention below the comment whether right now you are in the 5th house lord or not. Or if you have already experienced your 5th house lord Dasha, I humbly request you to please share your own experiences in the comment section below. Because I read all the comments of you people who are watching this video. You can also send me super thanks in appreciation to my work actually. Because any small contribution from your side will help me to make more such content over the YouTube platform. And make sure to subscribe my channel below, hit the like button if you really enjoy this video. Regarding any consultations, you can just drop me an email. And I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Any consultations with regards to marriage, career, business or spiritual consultation, so do let me know. So till then, please take care of yourself, and may Lord Vishnu or may Lord Krishna bless you with everything. So till then, please take care and Hare Krishna.